What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming.
Shut up and sit down.
What's up, Pixie Posse and wee little pixels all? Thank you for joining Two Gun Pixie here, your gateway to Legendary Gaming. Now, today's video not only fits nicely into the playlist for, well, today, Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, which is a bullet point review system. You could say that reasons that myself, the Two Gun Pixie partner Tom Vulo, my wife, or maybe one of the 20-sided warriors has enjoyed when a particular title has hit that table. But this is also going to fit into, I think, both the fantasy and the science fiction playlists, maybe even high adventure. If you enjoy games, genres that are covered by things like fantasy and science fiction and high adventure, then you're going to want to check out those playlists. That's where we have our reviews and our previews. We have our unboxings. We have playthroughs. Yeah, if it's covered by one of those categories, science, sci-fi, fantasy, or high adventure, you're going to find something you like in one of those playlists. We do a video every day of the week. There's one episode or another of some show. So if you want to make sure you don't miss anything, please become a member of the Pixie Posse. All you have to do is just subscribe to the channel. And then don't forget to tickle that notify bell so it tells you whenever one of our daily noontime, Eastern Standard Time, noontime videos is going to drop. Now, today's video is part of something that, I'll tell you the truth, when I first saw it, I kind of liked it, but I thought to myself, I'm just going to make a pass on that. There's other things I'm involved in right now. I really don't want to take my time with it. Wow, I was so wrong. Wow, I'm telling you. I wish I had jumped on this bandwagon a little bit sooner. Tenfold Dungeons. Now, the first time I experienced something like this, I think it was, I'm not sure if it was just a similar company, or I think it was them in their earliest days, was for Conan and the Tower of the Elephant. That used this system of boxes within boxes that Tenfold does to create the tower, the ziggurat, from the story. Also in the board game Arceus, the system is used, boxes within boxes. So I was starting to become familiar with this. So then I needed some more terrain setup. I needed something for sci-fi that could also work with fantasy. And that's when I came across Tenfold Dungeons, The Town. I'm so glad I got this. I mean, this is definitely like the Russian nesting doll of terrain boxes. I can't be the first one to make that reference. If I am, it's a damn miracle. But it's true. That's exactly what it reminds me of. You know, the Russian nesting dolls? I forgot their name. But anyway, that's what these are like. They deliver to us high quality boxes. You get this, you're being delivered a high quality, cardboard, sturdy, durable box system. Boxes within boxes within boxes. One big box with a whole bunch of little boxes all snugly fit right inside. As long as you don't look, it's cardboard. So no matter how sturdy it is, I get it. It's going to be, iffy at times. But this is really good. It's a really good, strong material that they use. And if you don't do anything stupid, they should last you quite a while. I mean, mine are less than a year old. Well, at the time of the filming of this right now, by the time this drops, probably about almost 2 years old, I guess. Year and a half, 2 years old. But they're standing up great. I love the fact that they're so sturdy. And yet, at the same time, they're lightweight. Because, face it, no matter how sturdy they are, it's still cardboard. It's still paper. Not only are you going to get this and you're going to find some good, durable, sturdy boxes, some stuff in there, but the artwork. The artwork on these boxes stands out. Absolutely stunning. No two ways about it. Absolutely stunning. You see the detail that they go into to help bring the images both on the outside and the inside of these boxes to life is unbelievable. Not only not only does it look good, like line work is good. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm not an artist. It looks realistic. It has a realistic, solid line work to it. But besides that, the coloration. The coloring on this not only just generally, pops out to the eye, but the lighting effects that they simulate through the use of colors, streaming through windows and stuff, is mind-blowing. You can't get your head out of the fact that maybe you are in this room. They did a stand-up job in making sure that visually this was something that was going to be more than eye-catching. Now, let's take a look at this. We got boxes within boxes. These boxes themselves, beautifully illustrated, painted, drawings on them, of both the inside and the outside of these buildings, hallways, are supposed to look. On top of that, because everything is already put together, you don't have to clip anything together. You don't have to magnetize anything together. You do to a small degree. I'm going to get to that in a moment. The boxes are all set and ready to go. There's so much artwork on the box. Technically, you don't even need terrain pieces if you don't have time or don't have terrain pieces. If you have them, sure, use them, but you don't need them. Setup time. Now, usually I talk setup time, I'm talking about board games. This is a little bit different. I'm talking about setting up for an RPG, setting up for a Star Wars RPG or Dungeons and Dragons maybe. Setup is different than for a board game, right? You get that. But this, usually the DM, right? Usually it takes me, if I'm doing a full table build, which is what I usually do, sometimes a table and a half, very rarely a 2-table build. And I say a table, I have a folding table 6 feet by about 3 feet, okay? So if I'm doing a full table build on that, as I've done with so many Star Wars and D&D RPGs, for a Saturday game, I got to start on Wednesday. Piecing everything together, clipping everything together, getting the pieces all out together, choosing the ones that I want. Now, I love doing this. To me, it is rather therapeutic. I find it to be like Lego for D&D, for RPGs. But this, whenever I have a need to use something for one of the Tenfold Dungeons, like the town, which I like because I can use it for sci-fi or fantasy. You can fit in with fantasy games very easily. Just look at the images I've been throwing up, right? But then also sci-fi for things like low-tech worlds. You find a lot of that in, things like Firefly, sometimes in Star Trek and Star Wars. So, that works for just about everything. But the setup for this, let me get back to what I was saying before I get too far off track. The setup time, I don't have to start on Wednesday. If I know that I'm primarily just using a Tenfold Dungeon box set, I can start Friday afternoon. I can literally save 2 days off of my builds. Maybe I might want to start a Thursday night if I know I want to go through terrain pieces, if I want to add terrain pieces, and if I want to put in bookshelves and tables instead of just using, whatever art is illustrated on that, which I can do. But if I want to make it pop even more with the terrain pieces, sure, maybe I'll start Thursday night. But yeah, if I'm just taking it from the box, I can start Friday night before game night and have a whole big giant table build done. That's fast, and that's efficient. And that's what Dungeon Masters need more of. Now, I'm talking about using this for D&D and Star Wars. So maybe I don't have to say this. Maybe you've inferred this already. Maybe you've gotten this already. But it is perfect for RPG scale. I think that's what they call it in the box, RPG scale. What they're talking about is 25 to 28 millimeter miniatures and terrain pieces. It's gridded 1-inch grids. Perfect. That's exactly what you're talking about for most D&D, Pathfinder style games out there, is they're working on a 1-inch grid. So and it has it fairly hidden, not completely. It's a little obvious, but at times, depending on which set you're looking at, it can be a little bit more obvious than other sets. But it's needed. It's there. It's perfect. I love it. I prefer to do that than use rulers. It's set up perfectly for that size scale. Functioning stairs. Okay, I think the stairs tend to be a little wide, but other than that, a little wide, a little bit big, but they work perfectly. You can rest a figure halfway up the stairs. There's enough room on each step is basically a 1-inch grid. So going up the stairs, if your full movement doesn't get you up the staircase the whole way, you can represent that. Not every staircase in miniature terrains allows that. Some of them, like Warlock, do have a little slot, usually about halfway up the round base of a figure can kind of fit into, and that's kind of cool. But this, every step of the stair is 1 inch. So you can fit a medium-sized, human-sized creature in most RPGs right there on a step, on any one of those steps that you want. And the doors look great, but they're more than just fun-looking doors with one side closed, one side open. They're more than that. They function in another capacity. They're used, and I mentioned this earlier, when I was saying there's nothing to clip together or magnetize together. Well, if you want to keep these boxes together, if you want to take your build as one piece, the doors, which you're going to need anyway, the doors are clips. Whenever you clip a door between two boxes, two rooms, or room in a hallway, or two hallways or something, it's literally clipping and holding those two pieces of the box together. Brilliant. Brilliant. Everything about this is and also this game comes with a 5e D&D, although you can use it for any edition. You can use it for any RPG. Really all you need is the plot, story, and the map, right? You can import the rules from any game system. But it has an RPG 5e compatible dungeon crawl. All of the 4 or 5 base fantasy games, they all come with this of various different levels. I think this one is called Gang of Thieves in this particular one. If you're a dungeon master and you enjoy making table builds, or you're interested in starting it, you want to bring something more new to your players, something visually, I'm telling you, go take a look at Tenfold Dungeon and come back here and let us know what you think of it. Because I'm thinking that this is the perfect system, the perfect game, whether you're getting the town or you're getting one of the other boxes. You're going to enjoy it. But yeah, like I said, come back here and let us know what you think of Tenfold Dungeon, the town.